welcome to another episode of Life with Glitter Practitioner. That is me, Dr. Nupi, episode 42. I can't believe it. It's crazy. And it's nearly coming up in another 4 weeks or so, my 1 year anniversary on LinkedIn. Oh, I can't believe it. Anyway, so for those of you who don't know me, I am a doctor. I'm a general practitioner in the UK, a family physician. I am also a spiritual and transformation life coach, soon to be published author, and also host this show as well as my Supernova Soul Sisters Physicians in Motion with my amazing soul sister Diana Londonio, which we do every other Tuesday, and we're just taking a little break at the minute. So my passion is empowering my patients and my clients to really fully understand their whole self-health needs. And what I mean by this is the way I practice medicine. It's very much a root cause approach. So going beyond the surface or the presenting problem that somebody comes in with to the root cause. And it's keeping that in context of that person's whole life and their whole self needs, which is physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual. And from my own experience, recovery, and journey through burnout, where I became a burnout warrior, I created a framework that I could share with my patient community exactly the knowledge, the skills, the techniques I learned to maintain my own health and well-being. And that's what I've brought to my daily practice. It's a marrying up of a holistic understanding of your whole health needs with the science of medicine. And this is all evidence-based. And I love what I do. I absolutely, because nothing lights me up more than when I see that somebody is just starting to really tune into their needs and keep them topped up. And that's the glitter. It's the light that starts to come back in somebody's eyes. And it's healing, it's transformational. Anyway, I think the best way to show you what this feels like, my brand story that was created by the insanely talented Devin James Stinson, really depicts, I guess he's captured the essence of going through the F-list process, but from a personal level, it really shows, just watch it, because I always get really emotional watching it. I've seen it 1,000 times now. But Mr. Producer, may we have the brand story, please?
Follow the light through the storm. And this is not a light that warns, it's a light that forms on the pathway ahead. So you can maneuver around disaster instead of getting stopped by the obstacles. It just takes changing the obstacles. And then the impossible turns to possible. And then the storm lifts. You're no longer adrift. Breathe, focus, you've got this. Ahead you see a figure, a kind soul, and on the inside it feels like you might glow. Your endless cycles of cyclones have been turned to a breeze that just slightly blows. You're adorned with glitter, where you literally feel like a kid again. And this is when you realize how much of your life you've missed. And then you talk more with Dr. Nupi Aurora, who will holistically change your aura, where you and the new you won't be like strangers. No, you'll be like friends. Because this whole process is simply life-changing. So if you're feeling frazzled and you want to find your fizz and dazzle, then book a call with Dr. Nupi Aurora by messaging her right here on LinkedIn.
sorry. I'm laughing at I'm laughing at my wonderful Mr. Producer just going through the whole video really super duper quickly. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened there. Mr. Producer, may we fix that for next week, please? Anyway, my interpretive dance, I think you kind of know what's going to happen. I love it. Anyway, I'm going to stop chatterboxing away and bring on my next guest for episode 42, which is the none other than Mr. Jamie Edwards. Come on down.
Hey, hey.
Oh, look, you got special light action there.
I love it. You're jingling it and the fizz and
I'm a
dazzle's coming
jingling and-
strong and everything. I
Yeah.
love this.
The fizzessence. Yes, indeed. Hi, Jamie. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. We connected and I wanted to just do a couple of shout outs, actually, if that's okay. Thank you, my gorgeous, beautiful soul sister, Famia, who introduced us. And also, I just also wanted to say, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name properly, but somebody from your connections, actually, I think Marissa Wolf. Is that how you say her
yes,
name?
Marissa Wolf.
Marissa, thank you so much. You made my day this morning when I literally woke up and she'd done the most beautiful post saying everywhere. What does it? I wrote it down actually so I wouldn't forget. She who leaves a trail of glitter is never forgotten. I'm thinking, yeah, too bloody right. You get glitter popped with me. But yes, no, it was absolutely beautiful. So thank you. And thank you, everybody who are in the comments. Hi, Lonnie. I'm just going to say quickly hi, or I'll get distracted. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Yolanda. Hi, I saw Lydia, I think. That's it. Okay. And I'll focus on you now. So
I thought when Marissa made that, I was
Yeah.
thinking to myself, he who leaves a trail of glitter, does that mean
I
he's
know.
always forgotten? I was like, wait a second, how does that work there? But I thought it was really cool.
I
That
know.
quote that she had, that was great.
I know. And that made me laugh so much because I was thinking, it's all right. It's okay. I'm going to pay attention to you too. But, and I just want to clarify, actually, because there was a few comments on the post going, and it's true, glitter sticks. And I changed general practitioner to glitter practitioner because 3 reasons for those who may be wondering, if you don't know already. I've actually glitterified myself massively today. Exactly. I think you can probably see I am obsessed with glittery eye makeup. It's my thing. I've always done this. And little ones like your daughter, age 2, and upwards would come in and they'd be like, oh, I want to see the doctor with the sparkly, like Dr. Princess Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, and would draw pictures to say thank you, to give to their mummies, to give to me. And it was just literally splodges of glitter. And then with the work that I do, seeing the light come back into somebody's eyes when you are realigning their needs and they're doing it for themselves, that's the glitter, really. And then the last reason is my patients would always say to me, you sprinkle glitter with the way you speak and the words that you just make it make sense. So that is the glitter. And it is all about self-care, which is self-love. And it's just this endless fountain of self-love, which is unconditional. Yep. That is what sticks because it uplifts and inspires those around like a ripple effect, and you can't get rid of it. So I hope I stick in a this sounds really weird, in a nice way, not in a really crappy, annoying way. But anyway, so Jamie, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I love it. I'm happy to be here. I mean, you've always brought so much positivity to your shows, and I feel like that stands with my mission too. So it's just a no-brainer to be on this. So love being here. Thanks for having me. If I was to show you the glitter that I might have, if I had my daughter have it, you might see the ground and glitter all over the floor. So I didn't want to, have to mess with that. So unfortunately, no glitter on my end today, but we got glitter raining from the sky. We always do, right? We talked about that last time when Famia was on there. Glitter was just falling from the sky. Yeah. So
you were like, oh my gosh, I can see it. I can see it. And I'm like, yes. Thanking you, Jamie. I like you already. Yes.
Awesome. Well, yeah, let me just tell a little bit about myself. So I'm Jamie Edwards, and I'm a career coach. So I have a company called Jam Sessions with Jamie. And before I got to that point, I spent the last 12 years working for several Fortune 50 companies where I was part of the hiring process, reviewing resumes, interviewing great candidates. I had to build teams from the ground up that were on my teams. And I decided to take all those years of experience that I had hiring people and building teams. And something I always wanted to do was career coaching. And I always said to myself, like, when's the right time to do this? Or, I never thought I had time to do it. But then I started realizing to myself, like, there's never a right, you keep saying that when's the right time, or I'm going to wait for the right time. And then you never do it. And tomorrow's never promised, right? So, back in April last year when I was laid off from my job, I said, you know what, this has to be the right time at this point. I mean, there's so many people looking for jobs right now that are trying to find advice, and they're searching for advice online. And for me, this is a passion of mine. I love to hire people, and I want to give people the tools and resources so they can get hired and take down their green banners. So that's where I came up with Jam Sessions with Jamie. I started my company back in June, and I was thinking about, like, what would be a good name that would stick. So Jam Sessions was the first 3 letters of my name, Jamie, and I love
I've just realized that.
Yep. And I
Oh my
love
God.
music. So I used to
Yeah.
DJ back in the day, and my family's musically gifted. So I thought Jam Sessions was like a music practice session, but also brainstorming. So it all came together with my logo, and I started saying things like, do you want to be a #1 hit in the eyes of recruiters? Do you want to take your job search to the top of the charts? So it all made sense in my head, all these analogies.
I love it.
Yeah. So I just kind of played off that, and I started coming up with sessions. So I do 1-hour sessions with my clients where they're about resume reviews, interview practice,
I love
LinkedIn
this
profile optimization. Yeah. And they all had names like the rehearsal, which was like internet practice, or remixing your resume. So
Yes.
it all started coming together, and I started in June. I started doing these free sessions just to make sure that I was providing value, and everybody loved it. So I turned it into my full-blown coaching business, and every day now I get to help clients and be instrumental in their job search and really work with them. Yeah,
I like it.
I didn't even think about that. So that was perfect, right? Instrumental in their job search. And yeah, anything I can do to try to help them take down their green banner and work with them till they get a job is a win in my book. And that's what success is to me. So I'm very blessed to be able to do what I do and get people on the right path to finding their next job.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Now I'm going to go back a few steps. First of all, to say I loved it when we connected and I was reading, Jam Sessions with Jamie. I was just instantly going, oh, wow, cool. This sounds fantastic. And I love the fact that it's the rehearsal, it starts with remix your resume. I've got the notes here, but remix your resume, the rehearsal, and strike a chord. Is that right?
You got it. Yep. Very good.
I love that. I think it's so good. It's brilliant. It's just, I guess you are that. I guess it's your passions as well with music, and you've just said about how DJing and everything out. So nice, like my glitter, I guess. It's actually who you are.
Right. And yeah, one of the things that I try to separate myself from most coaches is like, this is how I do my sessions. This is who I am. Just like you see in my profile picture, I got a hat on. Yeah. This is me. And I feel like that's why people connect with me, is because they connect with me as a person. I always ask people before they sign up for a session, like, what is your favorite genre of music, or who are some artists you like? And at the end of our session, I always have a song queued up. For one of their favorite bands. And I always say, I couldn't think of a song better than this to end our session. Let's rock out. So that's where I came up with the Rock Your Job Search. And I try to make my sessions fun, professional at the same time. So that way people feel comfortable working with me and asking me questions and being a part of the whole session.
Yeah, I love that. So I think, it's very obvious why we get on. You're a people's person, basically. Inherently, that's what it is. It's about connecting and that communication. So it's connecting with people in a way that they know that you see them. They know that you're hearing them, not just on a surface level, but deeper.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I feel like that's the big thing, is, like you said, connecting with people from a human level.
Yes.
I always tell people, I'm no different than you. The only difference is I have the
Yes.
experience doing this, and I'm helping you get to where you want to go. And that's the whole point, is that I try to do these sessions affordable, where people that have always thought about wanting to work with a career coach, but always said, well, I don't want to spend thousands of dollars. Well, I tell people, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars. Like, I get it. You need your money for bills. You need your money for groceries and for your mortgage. Like, I'm just trying to support my family with what I'm doing the best way I can. And then when you get into a job, you're going to get your life back on track, and it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. And I think as well, when you give and with unconditionally, with little expectation, it bounces right back to you. And I think that is the key, really, to say coming on a platform like this. And actually, I didn't realize that you came on in roughly about the same time as me this time last year.
Oh, wow. Was it really? I did not realize that.
I didn't realize that.
A year has passed? Wow.
Yes, I know. That's
Holy
what I was
cow.
saying. I was like, it's coming up to my 1 year anniversary, which is also your 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, it's coming
And
soon.
Aaron Gibson, who's have you met Aaron actually? Do you know Aaron?
I believe I know Aaron. I'm not 100% sure. We haven't had a full-on conversation, but I do have to go. You
guys have to connect. He's amazing. He really is. And he also came on around about the same time as well. So it's been about a year. But yeah, that's
awesome.
Crazy that
Yeah, I really got to connect with Devin too. I mean, that's just every time I see that brand thing. I mean, I know we talked a little bit, and I haven't revisited the conversation, but I mean, what he put together with the music, and I love the motions you were doing back and forth. It's just like I was dancing in the green room too. Like, I'm like, I wish people could see me, because like I'm having a field day back here. And you're talking about Fizz and Dazzle and Supernova Soul Sisters, and I'm like, can I say this 3 times fast? How fast can I say it? And you got all these fun things going on. I just love it.
I tell you what.
So much.
I challenged, I think you've connected with Brian Schulman and Nancy Deborah Barrows. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I challenged them to, because they started calling me Doctor. Well, no, I came up with a word because I get giddy and I just get really excited when I'm in flow and the fizz tingles are going and there's a connection that's there and it's just brilliant. And I get really fizz pop giddy pants. I can't help it. And they were like, Dr. Fizz Pop Giddy Pants. And I was like, okay, I challenge you. Nancy, for some reason, she can't say it properly. And they were doing it in a British accent. And I was like, okay, let's see how many times you can say it. I know. Anyway, digress completely. But yes, I have my own made up language, basically.
I love it. I think of fizz pop. I think of those pop rocks when we were kids, where you put them in your mouth and they all fizz in your mouth. You put as many as you could to see how much fizz you could get before you were like, okay, my mouth's blowing up a little bit. So that's what I think of. And Russ said,
yeah, but then you get a really, really harsh. Then you get that horrible burn at the top of in your palate, and your tongue goes weird. And I'm like, oh, sorry. I nearly just went.
That's okay. I was gonna say we haven't dropped any F-bomb. We haven't dropped any swears yet, which has been good. And Russ says I can't stay up with Noopy. He's right. I can't stay up with Noopy. You're right. And Noopy is the glitter practitioner queen over here. I can't stay up with her.
I'm the emoji queen as well, by the way.
Oh, that I did not know. Okay, wow.
So did you not? Are you being sarcastic?
The emoji? No, I do know you have a way with emojis. I do know that, and I see them on things. I didn't know emoji queen, but yes, yes.
I have given myself that title, and I challenge anybody who can beat me on that. Actually, there's an open challenge on LinkedIn. This is going completely.
You heard it first. Open challenge, everybody. There you go.
Bring it
throwing it out there, dropping the glitter bomb.
I'm telling you, nobody can actually beat me with the emoji queen status. Challenge.
Yeah,
she's the queen of something. He's so
she's the queen of something. I love it. And you were talking about in the beginning about how you're soon to be a published author, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to turn it back on you and interview you on here. Oh, look at that. Hi, Nancy. What's going on? Yes, sending light to love and beautiful humans. Thank you. But you were talking about being a published author, and I don't know how much you can share about that, but I would want to know more about this published author stuff. I think that's awesome.
Thank you. I would be delighted to share that with you. So I talk about this a lot, and because I'm so passionate about, I guess, what I do and how I do it. And the whole reason I pivoted within my career and came on here as a complete newbie, I didn't have a frigging clue, to be honest, but I didn't, seriously. And I literally just went with I know people, that's my whole career. and connection. And that's what I just intuitively started doing, chatting in the comments, making friends, and one connection leads to another. And I actually did say to the universe, okay, thanks for just sending me those aligned to my heart and soul and this mission, my soul purpose, and keep the away, because I had my fair share anyway. And that's exactly what really happened. And I guess it's just connection, that communication, and everything that is my F list, which I've used in daily practice for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
That is the name that's what I'm basically wanting to share with as many people as possible, with the world, dominate the world with glitter, basically. And that's the F list. So my book is called Be You with Bells On. And so it's what I said after coming through burnout, and then with my therapist, I finished up pretty much. He was like, look, you really don't need to come. I was like, I know, but I love the conversations and those. And he said, you feel, and I was like, I feel like me again. And then I stopped and I went, oh, fuck that. I'm not just me again. Actually, I am me with bells on. And it's what I said or say to my patients or clients. I don't accept, okay, I'm okay. No, going through this and you have the potential, everybody does, to be the bestest, boldest, bravest, most badass version of yourself when you are aligned with your needs and you're aligned truly with yourself. That is what Be with Bells On means. Nice. And that's the name of my book. And it's the process that you go through it: burnout, breakdown, breakthrough, the barriers that you blast, the blocks that you blast, and then it's Be You with Bells On. And
that's amazing.
There is another reason, is my first name means tinkling of the bells.
I did not know that.
Yeah, no, I forget about that bit. I do say it every now and then, but it does mean tinkling of the bells. And then Aurora is light. So I'm tinkling the bells to say, come on, everybody can be You with Bells On. And then let's shine some light.
I love it. Well, I got a fun fact, I guess, about my name. It doesn't mean my name doesn't mean tinkling of the bells, but my middle name is Fox. So Jamie Fox is what I go by sometimes.
Yeah.
Edwards is my last name, but Jamie Fox, like the actor, basically. Although he's got a lot more money than I have, but so that's Jamie. My middle name's Fox, and sometimes I go by that on my Facebook name and whatnot. So
I love it.
Fun story about that too. But that's really neat about your book. I mean, so are you targeting like a certain? Are you targeting a specific date when this book is going to be released?
I'm doing it as a sort of a micro book at the minute. So anybody who, in fact, I've been talking about this with Lonnie Ray. She's amazing. I've only just recently connected with her, and that was through Brian and Nancy, because I stepped in last minute to give them a help out, do a co-host with Brian on What's Good Wednesday. And it just so happened she's on with, I can't remember, what's his name? He's amazing. I can't remember. He's incredible. This is going to bug me now. Anyway, I'll come back to it. I'm so sorry for forgetting your name, but I love you to bits and I love your music, more importantly. Okay, Russ, I will. I was just chatting away with her. And tingling of the bells, yes. I'm getting I know, I love Yolanda. And we just connected, and she's brilliant. She's so frigging cool, and she does work with writing and ghost writes and stuff. And I just love what she does.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's a small book. It's not going to be a whole big thing. That's book number 2 and 3 that I've got planned. This is really a walkthrough, so somebody can pick this up and go through the F list and have that there with some background knowledge within it. But it's not going to be jargony. It's not going to be, let me share the neuroscience and da 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 da. It's going to be how I would do it and how I would speak it with my clients, with my patients. So it's really easy to navigate, and then a few little Willie J.
There it
Thank
says
you,
Billy
Lonnie.
J. Yes.
Oh my God, that was really going to do my head in. Thank you. And I'm so sorry I forgot your name. I've not forgotten who you are though and what you do. It's incredible. So yeah, so that's my, you're welcome, Lonnie.
I love it. So that's the essence. Yeah. So people are
Well,
going to
that's
really
the
feel
essence.
you
Yes.
through the book, basically. It's not
Yes.
going to be a boring read. It's going to be through the essence of like you were
Yeah.
speaking to somebody live,
Precisely.
which will get your energy out there, which I think that's
Yes.
awesome. So
Absolutely.
you talked a lot about, connections, which you talk a lot about
Yeah.
connecting and things. And that was the thing for me when I came back on this platform back in April, I came back to LinkedIn and I looked at this place and I was like, originally coming back on her thinking like, what do I want to, am I coming back on her to find my next job? What happened to this place? Like everybody was posting content and I'm like this place has changed since the last time I was on it.
Yeah.
And I came back and I really when I first came on, I took a step back and I just kind of lurked a little bit and saw what people were doing. And I started engaging with people's posts and really just trying to leave insightful comments and just get myself back out there. And I came on there with probably less than 1,000 followers, honestly. And I don't talk about followers from a number perspective because it's all about building relationships, right? And for me, it's about those long lasting relationships, right? And who I've met through them. But, yeah, I feel like just coming back on here and connecting with people. I've met so many great people and a lot of these folks I know in the comments as well. And I've just I feel like I've come into my own a year later in terms of just the personal branding that I want to have around me. I get to be myself now. And like the way that you see my banner and my profile picture, like this is who Jamie Edwards is, right? I'm not that corporate suit and tie, pony show anymore. Like this is me. And I want people to realize that.
Being authentic.
Yes, being authentic. And I always say RAG, rag. I always say being real, being authentic, and being genuine.
I love it.
And that's what I try to bring in all my posts, whether it's my business side of giving people tips or posting stuff about my daughter or just calling things out that I see in the job search process. Like sometimes I have a naughty mouth too. And it says right in my headline, LinkedIn's savior of misbehavior, because
I'm well naughty.
I see a lot of things out there that I'm just like, I can't believe that some of the stuff is happening out there. And I feel like we need to speak up about it. And people that are looking for jobs, like, are tired of getting ghosted and getting low ball offers and all this stuff. And I feel like I can speak up about it now without worrying about what's going to happen with me on a job. So that's kind of what I bring. And I just, 1 year later, just happy to say I've built some of these great relationships, and me and you met through FAMIA. And, actually me and FAMIA, a funny story about that is, we met through, I forgot how we actually met, but we talked about things we liked. And I found out that we were both into WWE and wrestling, which I thought that was amazing. Like, I was like, who would have thought FAMIA would be a wrestling fan? I was like, what's
she's the most delicate and the most sort of proper. And I was like, when she said it, I was like, seriously? I thought it was hilarious, actually.
Yeah, it really was. Good. So, but yeah, like I said, that's how we met through here. And I love what you're doing with just all the things you're on. I don't know how you fit everything into a 24-hour day, because I feel like your day is just all over the place. I know Russ helps you with this kind of stuff, but I mean, you're just doing so much out there, and I feel like you got more coming soon, and you're just staying busy, and I love it.
Thank you. Because sometimes it's true though. I actually sometimes think, oh my God, I'm not doing. It's when you start thinking, am I really making a difference, having an impact? Because you don't know. And I forget that actually you just need a lot of help.
Russ said that he was going to try to make us laugh. He said he's going to try to make you laugh. And
I'm being really quite good at the minute, to be fair. I'm being very good. Normally, I would have descended into giggles by now, but I'm being, no.
There it is.
No, I know. I can't help it. No, but I can't. It's like you put me off track. I can't remember what I was saying. What was I saying, Jamie?
You were talking about. See, look what you did, Russ. You threw us off.
He does this all the time.
Gosh, you were talking.
I get distracted at the drop of a hat anyway. But what was I saying? It was something really good as well.
It was. Oh my gosh.
Head.
Now I'm drawing a blank here. See what happened here.
For God's sake.
See, we're off the cuff here. Not that I wasn't paying attention to you. Now I'm just thrown off here. We were talking about connecting and being authentic and how I met FAMIA.
No, we've done that bit. We've done that.
Yeah, we did all that. Yes.
That's really irritating me now. Gosh. Anyway. It clearly wasn't actually that important, whatever I was trying to.
I was talking about how you have a lot on your plate and how do you handle those. How do you handle all that?
Yes, this is a very decent, this is a very serious conversation. I was about to be very vulnerable
Okay.
and say, it's not always, it's difficult because that's right. I was saying about impact. You don't know if you're making an impact because
Yes.
in my community of patients, I get to see them and follow them up and see how this combination of the way I work is impacting them. And I guess when you're not really sure, I mean, I'm like, first of all, writing posts would stop making me just blocked. I can write. I write well. But actually, when somebody says, okay, let's write now and let me write a post, I'd be like, oh my God, I don't know what to write. What shall I write about? And then I just go blank, which is why very early on, what gift of the gab, I literally thought, oh, fuck this for a laugh. I love speaking and I can put the camera on and just not just talk.
Yeah.
There's purpose, but that's my natural zone, I guess.
Habitat.
Because because that's what I do. That's what I've always done. So that is a British Valley girl. What's one of them? What's a British Valley girl?
Maybe he's talking about, maybe he's talking about like California, like this, like, hey everybody, I'm Jamie Edwards, like totally, like jam sessions with Jamie is so awesome. Like check out my coaching sessions, like it's so great. Like there, I think that's what he's talking about.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, like totally, like 1 hour, we're gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be great. Like wow, I was just off the cuff. I love that. See, that's what this is about, right? We're having fun.
That's not Becky. That's my Becky when I'm pretending to be Becky. When I wear a one shoulder top, I might as well just share this with the whole wide world and our listeners. When I wear a one shoulder top, or if I've got my hair tied up, in my head, okay, yeah, like that. You need to rip it.
There we go. Oh,
yeah,
rip it. I don't know if I can rip this shirt.
You need like a boat neck. I deconstruct my tops all the time. In fact, I deconstructed this one. But yes, Becky. And I pretend in my head I'm a dancer and I'm going to an audition and I'm literally living and breathing Becky. I'm just gonna go to this audition. Seriously. And I've done this. And
actually, speaking of auditions, I think that's I was just thinking about in the beginning of your intro when you had like the drums, the big boom, 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 boom.
Yes.
I was thinking like I was on Survivor or something like that. Like I was heading to like tribal council on Survivor and I was about to be voted out or something. Like and that's a funny story actually because when I was younger, I always wanted to be on TV. Actually, I always wanted to be a game show host or on a reality show. And I love doing things like this. Your personality gets to shine, right? So, but I once auditioned for Real World back in the day when it was on MTV. And
what's Real World?
So Real World is a show that was on MTV where it was like you get like 7 people in one house and you get to
like Big Brother.
Yeah, just like Big Brother. Well,
yeah.
Big Brother's a little Big Brother's like 24/7, I believe, but this is like the same concept. So I always wanted to be on something like that. So I auditioned in person, which was pretty cool. Never got on the show, but and I also auditioned for Survivor, which was really neat too at one point. But never got on anything. Yeah, never got on any of those shows. But
I'd be like, I ain't doing that. No chance. No way.
I don't know how Survivor would have worked. I'm not a big outdoorsy like person. I would have just been the person who like. I don't know, probably would have been the first person voted off because I would have just never got along with anybody, or I would have just been like, I want to get back in my own bed. But
I'd just be like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I literally can't do it. I don't mind getting on with people. That bit's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, not an outdoorsy person, really.
Lydia just said it's 3:30. Lydia just said it's 3:30 by her. Bless your heart for being here at 3:30 in the morning. I was just going to say
thank you, Lydia. Thank you for being here at 3:30 a.m. You're a fellow night owl like me. So that's what I was going to say. To come back to the point you made that you said, "Oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing lots and lots of different things." And sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing enough. And it becomes, I do. Oh gosh, I know I'm terrible. Yeah. And the other day when I was co-hosting with Brian on the What's Good Wednesday, I always get the words wrong. I think the show started at 2 a.m. my time. And I think I pulled an all-nighter because it was 4 a.m. when it finished. And then I thought, I'm actually wide awake. So I did some work and then crashed. And then the following day was on Russ's show for his, can I say the entire alphabet backwards in 30 seconds? Probably. Yeah.
I
I'm
actually
not going to
can't.
do it now.
I actually
Go on
can
then.
do that. I actually
Okay.
can do that, but I'm not going to. I don't think I'm gonna
Why?
mess it up. But I could try, I guess, if we want to try. Let's see. ZYXWVUT SRQPONMLKJIHGFEDCBA. There we go. Look at
I
that.
give
First
you the
time.
golden buzzer. I'm giving you the golden
I'm
buzzer.
going to the final round of UK's Got Talent. There we go. That's the first time I ever did that on camera. That was pressure right there. Well, thanks, Russ. I'm
Wow.
not singing it. No, I'm not singing it. But
And I'm not
I
singing
said
it
it.
either.
Maybe next time,
No
if I come on
chance.
one down the line again, maybe on Dr. Noopy's 250th episode of the Glitter Practitioner, I will go ahead and sing it. Okay, we'll talk about that. That'll be
Bless you.
200 episodes later, but we
Yeah.
got some time. What,
We've
we're on
got
42,
some time.
right?
We've got some time. No, but the it always looks like I'm 24/7. Yeah, it's kind of like because I go to, I have very my body clock has actually morphed into a combination of somewhere between Pacific Standard Time, Eastern, and GMT, and that's that. I just butterfly around the time zones. But I'm just taking it back now because I need to look after my physical health and get enough sleep. Otherwise, I'll get ill, which is not that happened not long ago. But it's just, I guess, zoning in with intention and keeping a couple of projects. If is really living in what? What did he say? I missed it now.
He said PDT.
Hi, Shannon.
I don't know if he's talking about Pacific time or I'm not sure what he mean by that.
He means Pacific Daylight Time.
Ah, that's what he means. Yes, California time.
Yes, I am, in fairness. Yeah. And that's why I was so confused about today's show because, I know. Thanks, Lydia. I did go on to Ambrine's show for like about 10 minutes, which is why I was a little bit late. But what was I saying? Yes, the I got confused today because you guys Pacific Standard Time's gone back. No, forward.
No, we went forward recently.
You went forward.
So, yeah, so we always say spring forward, fall back, right?
Yeah.
So it's so confusing. Yeah, we
move
forward an hour, and then like Arizona, like they don't like they have 2 different time zones. It's like really weird. They just need to get rid of it all together.
Just
like
keep it. Just
right. Yes.
It doesn't take much, in fairness.
Yeah, I mean, I think with this,
thing.
with this time changes, it's crazy. It's like, well, it's not necessary. Well, now it's just nice because now it's lighter outside of your.
Annoying.
Yeah, they just keep it the way it is.
I know, and I'm just like, well, for ages, I'm like, no, I refuse to accept that time. I'm going by what the time was yesterday, so I'm a bit, yeah.
I get it.
Quirky is what I shall say. Quirky.
Yeah, I think you made a good point about just, taking a step back though, and not, it's so easy to get burned out. It really is. I've been there before, and to the point where I was just stepping on the gas 150 miles per hour with my jam session stuff, with trying to do all these different things. And I got sick from it at one point last year where I would had to take probably a week or so longer than that to just recover from cough, cold, different things. And I'm like, I don't want to be in that position again. Like it wasn't fun, and burnout's real. So you really gotta, and I tell us to people who are looking for jobs is like, I get it. People need jobs, people need to make money, and you need to live, right? But you need to pace yourself when it comes to applying for jobs.
And you need to love what you're doing. And I think that's actually the problem, because this hasn't ever felt like work. And I'm like, well, I'm just chatting and connecting. Oh my God, it's like I'm in the playground every single day. It's brilliant fun. I'm like, I don't want to. I was always the one who doesn't want to leave a party. And I'm not leaving. No way. I'm staying right to the end, to the after party. But it's being aware of that, because you can slip into that. And I think exactly why the F list is so relevant, because it just gives you that, okay, fuck off to all the crap that's going on. I had to get my F-bomb in, for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
And then you focus on your breathing and then tuning into, well, what stories am I telling myself? Am I comparing myself to everybody? What does that mean about me? Sack it off. And then making sure you've got your physical needs, emotional, and you've got to have fun and quiet time for yourself. So it's that self-care, which is so important. And it's the one of the first things that go. If you're not feeling, when your body starts talking to you with a presentation, say, of flu symptoms recurrently or headaches, stomach aches, all of these things, your body, chronic stress, that's exactly what starts happening physically. And when you sort of get to when your symptoms are that loud, it's literally slapping you in the face to go, okay, come on, take notice of me. You've missed those sort of steps along the way where you can do something and modify or just do tiny little tweaks.
Yep.
And that's what the F list is all about, essentially.
I love that. Yeah. And they say, like you said, love what you do. They say if you love what you do, you never work another day in your life, right? It's so cliche, but it's so true. I mean,
true.
You need to wake up in the morning and you need to feel like you get a sense of fulfillment, right? So like you have to have that sense of fulfillment. If you wake up every day and you feel like, oh, this is a chore, I'm punching the clock, I hate what I do, like you're going to drive yourself crazy. But if you wake up in the morning and say, you know what? Yeah, it's going to be a great day. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's do this. And I think that's why I love what I do, is because this has always been something of mine. And like I said, whenever I see somebody announce that they've gotten a new job and I got to be a part of that process, makes me feel successful. And then I get to I get to see the excitement and sharing it with them, and see them get on their way to get in a job that they really enjoy. So
I love that.
I love it. It's great. So I'm, this week, Wednesday, I'm leaving for vacation.
Yes.
I'm excited. So I'm celebrating.
Tell everybody why. Yes.
Oh, yes. So it's my birthday on Friday. So this has been a great way to kick off my birthday week. And
bless you.
I love it. So where's the glitter raining down on me? Come
on. It is. It's invisible. It's invisible.
Invisiglitter. So
there you go. I'm
thank you. Got it.
I know. Oh my goodness, maybe we have so run out of time. Well, we've run over, but it's
my gosh, we're running over. Let's finish it up here. But yes, I'll be.
It's fine. It's okay.
So I'll be turning the big 40 on Friday. So I'm excited for that, and I'm going for a week in Florida, and then I'm flying over to California for a week for WrestleMania actually. So excited for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, I know Famia is gonna be jealous when she sees this, but I'm excited. 2 weeks of just not just being able to have time to myself and enjoy it and have that self-care. So looking forward to it. And this is going to be what 40's like. I mean, it doesn't feel any different to me. So I'm excited. It's good.
Listen, I told you in the green room, you're a baby. You're an absolute baby still. You get actually, I find, I'm not going to say, but as I'm getting older in number years, actually, it's the outlook you have. And I guess I'm a big kid. And I'm very in tune with my inner Nupi and my little child. And do you know what? It keeps you young. And it's that wonderment, again, which is what I show and share in the F list. It's connecting back to all those things. Anyway, I could chat to you for ages, which means, Jamie, please will you come on for a part 2?
I'd love to. I'll be part 2, 3, 4, 5, how many parts we need. Let's do this. This has been a great conversation.
Definitely.
I love it.
Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you so much. And yes, I think I'd better wrap up. So please don't go anywhere. And all your contact details are going to be somewhere here. Russ does all of that stuff.
Perfect.
And any last words that you'd like our viewers to know?
No, like I said, just have fun, be yourself, enjoy your life out there. Tomorrow's never promised. So like, as much as I get it, we all need to work. Just remember that you need to take that time to yourself and do the things that you always want to do in life. So one day down the line, you're not saying to yourself, I wish I would have done these things. So I'm living my life now and I'm enjoying it. It's made me a lot happier of a human being. So it's all the advice I can give to people out there.
I second you on that one. And it's exactly what I say, only I swear a bit in it. I just say, absolutely, know your worth, own your needs, protect them, stand in your power, and absolutely, unapologetically. Oh, it's Willie J. Hi.
Hey,
thank you for sharing. Hi. Anyway, unapologetically live the life you desire and deserve. Because you are friggin' worth it. That's what I'm saying.
If anybody gets in your way and tries to stand in your mission, I'm going to say it. Just look at them and say, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there is science behind swearing. So
yes. See, there's a message behind. I had to get that in at the end.
Oh, I just saw. Oh, glitter bombs away. I missed that comment. It was one of the hi, my super freak family. I know. Yeah. Edwin. Hi, thank you for coming. Right, okay, we could go on for ages, seriously. Thank you for joining me today. It's been fab. It really, really has. It's got like feels like about 5 minutes. We've
I know,
barely
it flew
scratched the
by.
surface.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me. Like I said, I'll be back another time. We'll talk more, and
Most
it's been a pleasure
definitely.
being on here. Thanks again.
Oh, no problem. I shall come and join you in the green room, so don't go anywhere.
Sounds great.
Oh, he's such a cool guy. I loved that. And it really did feel like about 5 minutes. So sorry, Mr. Producer and Big Bro, for going. Actually, it's not that over. It's only about 10 minutes or so. Anyway, just as a reminder, you can find me here on LinkedIn every Monday at, oh geez, I don't actually know. Just follow the thingies because the difference in timings. I think it's still going to be 12 noon in Pacific Standard Time. And in my time, GMT, we're going to change our clock soon. So it's going to be, oh, I don't know, back to normal, hopefully. And you can also get hold of me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. This show gets streamed there and also onto Spotify. And just direct message me on LinkedIn, connect with me, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And my Calendly link is in my About section. So it's just a reminder. I offer coaching sessions, one-off. It's called the Physessence Consultation. And it's a deep dive, essentially, for about 90 minutes. Or there's my program, and it can be mixed and matched. But if you have been feeling not yourself, thinking, oh, I can't put my finger on it, but I want to feel like me again. And I remember and recall it was almost like the whole wide world around was bright, beautiful colors. And I'm just seeing everything as grainier and grainier. Stop, focus. Please know that your needs matter and reach out. That's what I'd like to leave you with. So book a call. It's free. And we can just throw some glitter in your life. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you again next week. Bye.